In this video, we're going to reveal 30 fascinating facts about the Isle of Man that will blow your mind. Let's start with the most obvious feature of the island, its flag. The flag of the Isle of Man has 3 armored legs joined together in a circle. This symbol is called the triskelion, and it represents the motto of the island: whichever way you throw us, we always land on our feet. If you are a fan of adrenaline and speed, you might want to visit the island during the TT or Tourist Trophy, one of the world's most dangerous and exciting motorcycle races. Every year, thousands of spectators and riders flock to the island to witness this thrilling event that involves racing on public roads at speeds of over 200 miles per hour. But if you prefer something more quirky and weird, you might enjoy some of the island's festivals, such as the World Tin Bath Championships, where people race in tin baths across the harbor, or the Hop to Na, where children carve turnips instead of pumpkins and dress up as scary characters. The island has a rich and diverse history that dates back to the Stone Age. It was settled by Celts, invaded by Vikings, ruled by Norse kings, conquered by Scots, annexed by England, and occupied by Germans during World War II. The island also has its own language, Manx Gaelic, which is closely related to Irish and Scottish Gaelic. It was once spoken by almost everyone on the island, but it declined rapidly in the 19th and 20th centuries due to English influence. Today, only a few hundred people speak it fluently, but there are efforts to revive it through education and media. They have their own currency, the Manx pound, which is equivalent to the British pound sterling. However, it is not legal tender in the UK or elsewhere, so you can only use it on the island. They have special cats, the Manx cat, which is famous for having no tail or a very short one. The Manx cat is considered a symbol of good luck. It is often featured on souvenirs and stamps. Their sheep are also special. The Lotan sheep, which is distinguished by its dark brown wool and 4 or something 6 horns. The Lotan sheep is prized for its meat and wool and is also a protected species. The island has its own breed of cows. The Manx cow is usually black and white or red and white and has long horns that curve upwards. The national dish, the Manx kipper, is a smoked herring that is cured with salt and oak wood. The Manx kipper is usually eaten for breakfast with bread and butter or as a snack with cheese and crackers. Speed limits are enforced in towns and built-up areas, but not outside of them. It's similar to the Autobahn in Germany. While there is a lot of controversy surrounding this, it can also be dangerous on some roads. However, most people use their common sense and adjust their driving to suit the conditions of the road. One of the most fun features of the island is the ferry bridge. There are actually 2. The real one is out in the woods somewhere. The one everyone visits, though, as it's between the airport and the main town of Douglas, is on the main road, and you have to say hello to the ferries as you go past. If you don't, it'll bring you bad luck. Another fun Manx legend: you're not allowed to say rat on the island. It's considered very bad luck to say rat on the Isle of Man. People call them longtails instead. There is a hill on the Isle of Man where if you stop the car, it will start rolling back up the hill. Of course, it's an optical illusion, but a very strange one all the same. Their legal system is based on a mixture of English common law, Norse law, and local customs. It's a heaven for businessmen because of its tax system, which is very favorable to residents and businesses. The island has no capital gains tax, inheritance tax, corporation tax, or stamp duty. The income tax rate is only 10% for most people and 20% for higher earners. Before we get into the last half of these amazing facts, remember to subscribe to the channel for amazing videos like these, and also don't forget to like this video. The island has its own postal service, the Isle of Man Post Office, which was established in 1973 when the island became independent from the UK Post Office. The Isle of Man Post Office issues its own stamps, which are highly collectible and feature various aspects of the island's culture and history. The island has its own radio station, Manx Radio, which was founded in 1964 as the first commercial radio station in the British Isles. Manx Radio broadcasts in English and Manx Gaelic and covers local news, sports, music, and entertainment. The island has its own television channel, MTTV, or Manx Telecom TV, which was launched in 2014 as an online service that streams live and on-demand content from various sources. The island has its own newspaper, the Isle of Man Examiner, which was founded in 1880 as a weekly publication that reports on local and international news, politics, business, sports, and culture. Its location in the Irish Sea made it an ideal base for smugglers who could easily evade the English customs and revenue cruisers. The smugglers use fast-sailing boats called luggers or cutters that could carry large cargoes and outrun the authorities. The smugglers had a network of contacts and informers on both sides of the sea who helped them avoid detection and arrange deals. They also had secret landing places, caves, tunnels, and warehouses where they could hide and store their goods. The island has its own brewery, the O'Kell's Brewery, which was founded in 1850 by Dr. William O'Kell as a family business that produces high-quality beers and ales using local ingredients and water. The island has its own distillery, the Fionderie Distillery, which was established in 2016 by a couple who wanted to create premium spirits using local botanicals and flavors. The Fionderie Distillery produces gin, vodka, rum, and whiskey, and has won several awards for its products. The name Fionderie comes from a Manx legend about a fairy who fell in love with a human girl. Another product of the island that you might want to try is its cheese, made by the Isle of Man Creamery, a cooperative of dairy farmers who produce high-quality cheese and butter using milk from their own cows. The Isle of Man Creamery offers a range of cheeses such as cheddar, smoked garlic and herb, and the famous Manx longtan cheese, which is made with milk from the longtan sheep. If you have a sweet tooth, you will love the island's chocolate, made by Davidsons of Isle of Man, a family business that started in 1997 that makes handmade chocolate using natural ingredients and traditional methods. The Davidsons of Isle of Man produces a variety of chocolates such as truffles, bars, fudge, and nougat, and also offers personalized and bespoke chocolates for special occasions. If you are an animal lover, you'll enjoy visiting the island's wildlife park, the Quirky's Wildlife Park, which opened in 1965 as a wetland reserve that hosts over 100 species of animals and birds from around the world. If you are interested in the island's transport history, you'll be amazed by its railway system, the Isle of Man Railway, which was built in the 19th century as a way to transport passengers and goods across the island. The Isle of Man Railway consists of 3 lines that run on steam locomotives and carriages that are over 100 years old. The railway offers scenic views of the island's countryside and coast. There's a vampire grave. Nobody really knows the true history of this grave in Malu and why it's been covered in chains and stakes since the 1850s. Some believe it belongs to Matthew Hassel and his wife Margaret, and the story goes that Matthew Hassel made an ungodly groan during his wake and had a stake through the heart to ensure he didn't come alive again. Who really knows, though? From the summit of Snaefell, the island's only mountain, you can see England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The fault line. Lapidus suture runs through the Irish Sea but is visible at one of people's favorite places on the Isle of Man, Nirebill. The Nirebill Fault shows where 2 ancient continents collided, Avalonia and Laurentia. Avalonia is now England, while Laurentia has part of North America and, interestingly, Scotland. Wow, that was quite a journey. We hope you enjoyed learning about the Isle of Man and its amazing facts. With that said, thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in to our next exciting video.